Hello and welcome to the 90's Guyz Podcast. This is our inaugural podcast. My name's Brian.
I'm Jed.
Jedediah, as I like to call you. Thank you for joining us. We are giving the podcast thing a shot.
Yep.
And people who don't know us should know that we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah. It's, what, going on 10, 15 years?
10 plus years.
Yeah, 10
easy.
plus years, yeah.
And we decided we want to do a podcast because all we do is really sit around and talk, honestly.
We really do, and we tend to talk about the same things, and it's always the 90s.
The 90s.
We talk about cartoons, toys, all that stuff from the 90s, the good old days.
Yep, and that's what people can expect from subscribing and listening to this podcast.
Exactly. We're just going to give them no bull. Nothing but the 90s.
Well, we actually call this...
Actually, some of the early 2000s for... our friends that are Brian's age, because...
Are you outing me?
I am outing you. As we know, I am a little bit older than Brian, so I actually grew up all through the 90s. Brian was born...
94.
In 94.
Yep.
So, I mean... So we're going to hit a little bit on the early 2000s, because there were a lot of cool cartoons, toys, and stuff, movies to come out around that time.
Yeah. So we could easily say that both of us kind of grew up.
Oh, yeah.
In the
I'm
90s
not saying we didn't.
2000s.
And
yeah.
plus, you and I, the reason we connected was because of the TV shows and stuff from the 90s. That's you and I would talk about that.
Yeah.
So that's why we became friends.
Yeah.
So
a little background on us. We are broadcasting out of St. Louis, Missouri, downtown St. Louis. I am a on-air talent on the radio down at now 96.3 locally. Jed, you do...
I am a glazer, which is someone who works with glass.
I thought you don't work with donuts?
Not anymore.
Oh, it's a shame.
Not anymore. They took my glazing toys away from me because I kept spraying the glaze in my mouth.
Oh, nice.
It's delicious.
In case anyone didn't know, the glaze was delicious.
It was.
So I think that the purpose of this first podcast is to kind of talk about what our ideas for the podcast and what people can expect when they listen. So I think originally we talked about this concept. We wanted to pick a topic each show and go with it, whether it was something from the 90s, 2000s. But I think we're going to try to morph this into a show that's like a personality show, but we're going to have some main key features.
Yes.
And each week, they're going to be something from the 90s or mid-2000s.
Mid-2000s, yeah. So we're going to stick with some of our favorite classic cartoons, but we will verge on to other things too, and movies, of course, because the 90s were pretty fantastic for movies.
Yeah.
And we will do toys as well. Also, we'll probably just have some give and, take back, talk to each other, just go back and forth and just be stupid, because guess what? We're best friends and that's what we do.
And we're stupid.
And we are very stupid. Yes.
I'm not kidding. I'm thinking like probably mid-60s or 70s IQ-wise for me.
I don't even think I have an IQ.
You don't?
I can barely put my pants on in the morning.
Oh, I noticed you weren't wearing pants.
I know.
So, and also one other thing we want to have on the show is we'd like to do some interviews. We're going to see what we can do about getting some people from the 90s, 2000s that have some insight. And we're going to get nostalgic with them. That's what we want to do. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to point out that you are wearing just the perfect t-shirt for our inaugural podcast. Can you describe it?
I'm wearing my 90s cartoon shirt, which has Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Real Monsters, Ren and Snippy, and the greatest cartoon of all time, Rocko's Modern Life.
Ah.
Spunky!
That was pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
Now, I'll tell you this, though. I love Rocko's Modern Life with a passion. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
I bought you an animation cell from Rocko's Modern Life.
I was just going to mention that, yeah. And it's hung up on my wall. And
it's of Rocko riding a sheep in a cowboy outfit.
It was fantastic. One of my favorite episodes, actually, too.
It's a great one. But I have to disagree with you on best cartoon ever. I do. But
scoundrel.
See, you're not going to agree with my choice, though. But you know that I feel this way.
Okay.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I do love Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I agree,
You and I have talked about this.
But I'm saying best of all time. That's me.
That's you though.
That's me.
And you're wrong, but that's you.
But can I explain a little bit?
No, yeah, go ahead.
Here's my thing about Courage the Cowardly Dog. First of all, it's a main character that you instantly fall in love with. It's the little dog. He was abandoned as a pup. I don't know if you know this. He was found by Muriel.
Oh, yeah.
Who happens to live in the middle of nowhere with her husband,
Turd.
Eustace Bay.
Yeah.
And creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It does. It scared me. I peed my pants once.
Did you?
Yeah.
You know who doesn't pee his pants?
Courage.
Actually, he probably does.
He does. He's got a big hole in his tooth, too.
Yeah, I love that. Come on, that hole is it's awesome. But as the theme song says, it's up to Courage to save his new home.
It really is.
And I love the fact that, like, Courage, first of all, he never talks on the show.
No.
He says maybe like 1 or 2 words an episode.
Well, he's usually scared out of his mind.
Yeah, it's a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
But somehow it's the most brilliant show, and there's never any talking.
Yeah, just pretty much Eustace and Muriel.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but tell me why you think Rocco is the best cartoon ever.
By far, I don't know. It's just hilarious. I've always thought it was funny. I always loved Filbert because he's a neurotic mess, kind of like me sometimes. But I don't know. The big heads were great.
Oh my God.
I also love Heifer and the fact that he lived with a bunch of wolves. Like, what's that all about? They should have ate his ass, but they didn't.
Right.
And then my favorite was Dr. Hutchinson with the 2 hook hands, the dentist. That was always awesome because I'm like, well, at least she can clean teeth, but I don't know about anything else.
By the way, didn't we all have a couple of fatheads in our neighborhood?
Yes.
That's so relatable.
You got to turn the page, then you wash your hands. Turn the page.
Jed is the master of references.
I am full of useless information.
Can you do your Jeff Goldblum impression? My favorite impression you have.
It's actually Harry Carey.
I'm sorry.
Jeff Goldblum. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. I'd wash myself down with an ice cold Budweiser.
Oh, I miss Harry Carey.
Yeah. I actually went through the other day and went through a YouTube vortex of watching all those Will Ferrell as Harry Carey. Hilarious.
Oh my gosh. The best. The absolute best. So, hey, and then also I want to mention too, this podcast can be found wherever podcasts are downloaded.
Yes.
We're going to be everywhere. And also, we're going to get some social media going.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be posting all kinds of cool stuff. We're going to give our username and all that in the next episode, though.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we get everything established. We don't want to look like noobs. You know what I mean?
Speak for yourself. I'm fine being a noob.
All right. Well, I think that might do it for our inaugural podcast. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably a good way to stop. Yeah.
Is something you want to add in before we go?
No, I just, we're excited to be doing this. I know that much because it's something that Brian and I truly do enjoy. Like I said, we're best friends. We hang out, we talk, and we tend to keep reminiscing about the good old days.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's going to be a fun, just goofy time with me and Brian, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yes. Please subscribe.
Yes.
We're going to be here, I think, twice a week.
We're going to try to do twice a week. Yeah. We're going to do, we're thinking maybe Wednesdays and Sundays. Is that what we're thinking, Brian?
Not locked in, but we'll probably.
Okay.
If not, we'll let them know.
Yeah, we'll let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely, you'll be hearing from us twice a week.
Yes.
And in honor of you, I'm going to send us out on the show. Let's see if you can guess what this is. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. Thanks for joining us on the 90s Guyz Podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Jed.
And we'll see you next time. Hula hoo.